Señoras y señores, para terminar con broche de oro, un amigo de la Ciudad de las Ideas. Verne Troyer, que todo el mundo lo conoce. Verne, it's an honor to have you here.
Thank you for having me. Gracias.
No, gracias a ti. When I was with Salvador, our friend, and he told me he was your friend, I said, please, I really want to meet him. You are my hero, and I love the way you have done all the work you have done. And
thank you.
And we'll talk also about your foundation.
Yeah, I work with a couple different charities. One of them is called the Narky Hearing Foundation. And what they do is they travel all over the world and give free hearing aids for people that can afford them, all around the world, like Africa, Asia, and they do it all year, every year. And you know, one of the best parts about watching them do this is when you see a child that hears for the first time, you see that smile. Just their face lights up. It's such an amazing experience. And I'm glad that, I can help support them and, bring attention to what they're doing. The other charity that I have is, it's called Best Buddies. It's for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. I do several events with them every year. And, they have like adults and, children, that they help, like go to school, get jobs, and just give them more confidence, be optimistic. And you see their lives change because they know that they can do it. And that's what the charity is all about, is helping them fit in, with everything.
Un aplauso. It's amazing. One of our concerns at Ciudad de las Ideas is to understand different perspectives. And for some people to be normal, under quotations, is to be tall or to walk in certain ways or to see in certain ways. And probably from your standards and your perspectives, we're actually very different. And sometimes we don't really have empathy and sympathy. And we don't know how to connect with others. I don't know, through your perspective, how could you share with us how have been your life in that way? And of course, we know that one way that you have been a very successful and incredible person, it has been through movies and through different roles. But in your inner self, when you are by yourself, and we have today Ronald Heifetz, and you go to the balcony and you observe everything, what's your perspective?
There's, I guess, several different perspectives. First of all, when I'm walking around, I basically just see butts and crotches. I mean, that's my perspective. But but just overall, my perspective is, I feel like I'm normal. I feel like you guys are abnormal.
Bravo!
My parents really instilled in me self-confidence, be optimistic, and don't rely on other people. I can basically do anything anybody else can, maybe in a different way, and it might take me longer, but I figured out how to, live my life, and I'm very independent, so I live alone in an average house, so I don't want my house to be, changed to suit me, because when I go out of my house, everything is your size, not my size. So, I don't want to, rely on, small furniture or anything like that, because that's not real life once I leave my house. So.
Marcel Proust, he wrote when he was 18 years old, he answered a questionnaire of 25 questions, and then he actually answered the same questions 7 years later. And I remember some of them that I would love to know your opinion and perspective of those 4 or 5 of those questions.
Okay.
One of those questions is, what's your biggest fear?
My biggest fear? spiders.
Okay.
My biggest fear is, you know, as you get older, everybody, you know, your body kind of wears down. And, you know, for me, it goes a little bit faster. But, you know, it's just not being able to do what I do, walk around and, you know, do stunts that, you know, I do in movies. I mean, I do my own stunts in movies because there's nobody else that can do it. There's nobody else my size. Usually if they get somebody, it's like a doll or something like that they toss around into the wall or, you know. So I don't get injured that way, so.
Well, this is not actually a question of Marcel Proust, but many people, when they mention your name, they, of course, immediately think about Austin Powers, or sometimes Harry Potter. How do you feel about that? Because we talked today about roles and who we are.
I think I was just given a great opportunity to be in the Austin Powers films. And, you know, doing that, playing Mini-Me, gave me so many opportunities like this, which I enjoy. So if it wouldn't have been for that character, I probably wouldn't be here talking to you.
Is Austin Powers a nice guy?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Austin Powers or Mike Myers?
Which do you prefer?
Mike Myers.
Okay.
He's a great guy.
Good. Well, imagine you have three options. One is to have a romantic dinner, and probably even more with a beautiful person that you like, very attractive. The second is that you will have a great role in a very important movie. Or the third one is that you will go to a beautiful resort and have a great vacation. What would you choose?
Probably a romantic dinner.
Un aplauso, por favor. What's the quality that you most admire of another person?
Just honesty, and then also wisdom. I think honesty is the best thing for anybody to have.
Totalmente. Do you regret anything of what you have done so far, or would you change something about your life if you were able to?
No. Basically, everything I've done in the past, good, bad, or whatever, you know, it's a learning experience. And basically, that learning experience made me who I am today. So I don't regret anything. I just know that I'm happy, I love my life, and I love people.
You know, one of the reasons that I am asking you this question is because I'm talking with also friends that we share. They always told me about your wisdom and the profound, deep thinking. Of course, we all know that you love humor and you always make everybody laugh, etc. But I really want to share with our ideastas, as we call them, in La Ciudad las Ideas, how important and how powerful ideas and good things that you have done for others be shared in this place. And I really thank you very much. And we have a present for your foundation. Por favor, el regalo para la Fundación de Best Buddies, si me lo pueden traer. Because you really have done a lot for many people and you have taught us a lot. Un aplauso le vamos a regalar para la Fundación $5,000 de Best Buddies.
Oh, wow. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
This
It's a big
great.
check.
Yeah, it's big, yeah.
You have been how many hours in Mexico?
I've been here since Friday.
Is your first time?
In this area, yes.
Do you have like a special feeling about Mexico or Mexicans or flavors of Mexico? Or what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Well, what it is, basically, you know, I don't really speak Spanish, so it's really a little difficult for me. But I think I love the chalupas here.
Gracias. Señoras y señores,
And
please.
also the senoritas.
What?
The senoritas.
Las señoritas. Prendan la luz, por favor. So we'll have a lot of photos with a lot of señoritas. We really want to close these 3 days that have been very intensive and have been very richful with a great message. And as you know, the festival this year is what's the point. But before I share with you why we choose you to share with us the last point of that, I would like to ask you, what's your point of life or whatever?
The point of life for me is, you know, I am an entertainer, and I like making people happy. I like making people laugh. If you're not happy and if you can't laugh, that's not living life.
Excelente, gracias, un aplauso. Prendan la luz, por favor, no las apaguen.